Parlana, we can always do it later again, no?
I've been to the zoo. I said, I've been to the zoo. Mister, I've been to the zoo.
What? I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
I went to the zoo and then I walked until I came here. Have you been walking north?
No. Why? I think so. Let me see.
Is that Fifth Avenue?
Oh, yes, yes it is.
And what's the cross street there? That to the right.
That? Oh, that's 74th Street.
And the zoo's around 65th Street. So, I've been walking north.
Yes, it would seem so.
Good old north. But not due north.
Well, no, not due north. But we call it north. It's northerly.
Well, boy, you're not going to get lung cancer, are you?
No, sir, not from this.
No, sir. What you'll probably get is cancer of the mouth. And then you'll have to have all those things Freud wrote after they took one whole side of his jaw away. What do they call those things?
A prosthesis?
The very thing. A prosthesis. You're an educated man, aren't you? Are you a doctor?
Oh, no, I read about it somewhere. Time magazine, I think.
Well, Time magazine isn't for blockheads.
No, I suppose not.
Boy, I'm glad there's Fifth Avenue there.
Yes.
I don't like the west side of the park very much.
Oh. Why?
I don't know.
Oh.
Do you mind if you talk?
Why? No.
Yes, you do. You do.
No, really. I don't mind.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't mind at all. Really.
It's a nice day.
Yes. Yes, it is. Lovely.
I've been to the zoo.
Yes, I think you said so, didn't you?
You'll read about it in the papers tomorrow. If you don't see it on your TV tonight. You have TV, haven't you?
Why, yes, we have two. One for the children.
You're married.
Oh, why, certainly.
He doesn't laugh about saying.
No, of course not.
And you have a wife.
Yes.
And you have children.
Yes, two.
Boys.
No, girls. Both girls.
But you want two boys.
Well, naturally, every man wants a son,
But that's the way the cookie crumbles.
I wasn't going to say that.
And you're not going to have any more kids, are you?
No. No more. Why did you say that? How do you know about that?
The way you cross your legs, perhaps. Or something in the voice. Or maybe I'm just guessing. Is it your wife?
That's none of the business. Do you understand? Well, you're right. We'll have no much to do.
That is the way the cookie crumbles.
Yes, I guess so.
Well, boys,
What are you saying about the zoo that I read about it?
I'll tell you about it soon. Do you mind if I ask you questions?
Oh, not really.
I'll tell you why I do. I don't talk to many people, except to say like, give me a beer, or where's the job? What time does the future go on? Or keep your hands to yourself, buddy. You know, things like that. But every once in a while, I like to talk to somebody. Really talk. Like to get to know somebody. Know all about it.
And am I the guinea pig for today?
On a sunrise Sunday afternoon like this, who better than a nice married man with two daughters and a dog? No, two dogs. No dogs. That's a shame. But you look like an animal man. Cats? Cats. But that can't be your wife. No, sir. Your wife and daughters. Is there anything else I should know?
There are 2 parakeets. One for each of my daughters.
Birds.
My daughters keep them in a cage in their bedroom.
Do they carry disease? The birds?
No, I don't believe so.
That's too bad. If they did, you could set them loose in the house and the cats would eat them and die. Maybe. Well, what do you do to support your enormous household?
I have an executive position with a small publishing house. We publish textbooks.
That sounds nice. Very nice. What do you make?
Look here.
Come on.
Well, I make around 80,000 a year, but I don't carry more than $40 at any one time, in case you're a holder man.
Where do you live? Look, I'm not going to rob you, I'm not going to kidnap your parakeets, your cats, or your dogs.
I live between Lexington and 3rd Avenue, on 74th Street.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It's that you don't really carry on a conversation, you just ask questions and normally reticent. But you just stand there.
And start looking down a little while. And eventually I'll sit down. Wait until you see the expression on his face.
What? Whose face? Look here, is there something about the zoo?
The what?
The zoo. Something about the zoo.
The zoo?
You mentioned it several times.
The zoo? Oh yes, the zoo. I was there before I came here. I told you that. Say, what's the dividing line between upper middle class and lower upper middle class? Don't, my dear fellow.
Was I patronizing? I believe I was. I'm sorry. But you see, your question about the class is bewildering.
And when you're bewildered, you become patronizing.
I don't express myself too well sometimes. I'm publishing, not writing.
So be it. The truth is, I was being patronizing.
You needn't say that.
Alright. Who are your favorite writers? Baudelaire and J.P. Marmont?
Well, I like a great many writers. I have a considerable capacity of taste, if I may say so. Just two and a fine each in his way. Baudelaire, of course, is by far one of the two. But Marmont has a place in national...
Skip it.
Sorry.
Do you know what I did before I went to the zoo today? I walked all the way up 5th Avenue from Washington Square. All the way.
Oh, you live in the village?
No, I don't. I took the subway down to the village so I could walk all the way up 5th Avenue to the zoo. It's one of the things a person has to do. Sometimes a person has to go very long distance out of his way to come back short distance correctly.
I thought you lived in the village.
What are we trying to do? Make sense out of things? Bring order? The old pigeonhole bit? Yeah, that's easy. I'll tell you. I live in a 4-story brownstone rooming house on the Upper West Side, between Columbus Avenue and Central Park West. I live on the top floor, rear, west. It's a lovely small room. And one of my walls is made of beaver. This beaver separates my room from another lovely small room. So I assume the two rooms were once one room. A small room, but not lovely. The room beyond my beaver wall is occupied by a colored queen, who always keeps his door open. Not always, but always when he is plucking his eyebrows, which he does with Buddhist concentration. This colored queen has rotten teeth, which is rare. And he has a Japanese kimono, which is also pretty rare. I mean, he wears his kimono to and from the jungle hall, which is pretty free. I mean, he goes to the job a lot. He never bothers me, he never brings anyone up to his room. All he does is pluck his eyebrows, wear his kimono, and go to the job. Now the two front rooms on my floor are a little larger than this, but some kids. I don't know how many. These people entertain a lot. And in the other front room, there is somebody living there. I don't know who it is. I've never seen who it is. Never. Never ever.
Why? Where do you live then?
I don't know.
It doesn't sound like a very nice place where you live.
Well, no! It is in an apartment in the East 70s. But then again, I don't have one wife, two daughters, two cats, and two parakeets. What I do have, I have toilet articles, a few clothes, a hot plate that I'm not supposed to have, a camera, one of those with a knife, two forks, two spoons, one small, one large, three plates, a cup, a saucer, a drinking glass, two picture frames, both empty, 8 or 9 books, a pack of pornographic playing cards, regular deck, an old Western Union typewriter that prints nothing but capital letters, and a small strong box without a lock, which is what? Rocks, some rocks, sea-armed rocks that I picked up on the beach when I was a kid. Under which, way down, are some letters. Please, letters. Please, why don't you do this? Please, when will you do that, letters? And when letters do? When will you write? When will you come? When? But these letters are from more recent years.
Not those two empty picture frames.
I don't see why they need any explanation at all. Isn't it clear? I don't have pictures of anyone to put it.
Your parents? Perhaps a girlfriend.
You're a very sweet man, and it possesses of truly enviable innocence. But good old mom and good old pop are dead now. I'm proud about it too, I mean really. But that particular would-be act is playing in the cloud circuit now. So I don't see how I can look at them all neat and framed. Besides, or rather to be pointed about it, good old mom walked out on good old Bob when I was 10 and a half years old. She embarked on an adventurous turn of southern states, a journey of a year's duration, and her most constant companion, among others, among many others, was a Mr. Barleycorn. At least, that's what good old Bob told me after he went down and came back and brought her body out. We had received the news between Christmas and New Year's, you see, that good old mom had parted with the girls in some town in Alabama. Without the girls, she was less welcome. I mean, what was she? A stiff, a northern stiff. At any rate, good old Bob celebrated the New Year for an even 2 weeks, and then slapped to the front of somewhat moving city omnibus, which sort of cleaned things out of family wise. Well now, there was mom's sister, who was given neither to sin nor the consolations of the world. I moved in on her, and my memory of her is light, excepting I remember still that she did all things doubly. Sleeping, eating, working, praying. She dropped dead on the stairs to her apartment. My apartment entered on the afternoon of my high school graduation. A terribly mid-European joke, if you ask me. Oh, you what? But that was a long time ago, and I have no feelings about any of it that I care to admit to myself. Perhaps you can see though why good old mom and good old Bob are friends. What's your name? Your first name?
Peter.
I forgot to ask you. I'm Jerry. Let's see now. What's the point of having a girl's picture, especially the two frames? I have two picture frames, you remember? I never see the pretty little ladies more than once, and most of them will be caught in the same room with the camera. It's odd, and I wonder if it's sad.
The girls?
No. I wonder if it's sad that they never see the little ladies more than once. I've never been able to have sex with, or, how's it put? Make love to anyone more than once. Once, that's it. Oh wait, for about a week and a half when I was 15, and I hanged my head in shame that puberty was late, I was a homosexual. I mean, I was pure with bells ringing and banners snapping in the wind. And for those 11 days, I met at least twice a day with the park superintendent's son, a Greek boy, whose birthday was the same as mine, except that he was a year older. I think I was very much in love, maybe just with sex. But that was the jazz of a very special hotel, wasn't it? And now, do I love the little ladies? Really, I love for about an hour.
Well, it seems perfectly simple to me.
Look, are you going to get married and have parakeets?
Forget the parakeets and stay single if you want to. It's no business of mine. Besides, I can start this conversation all right.
I'm sorry. All right? You're not angry?
No, I'm not angry.
Good. Interesting that you asked me about the picture frames. I would have thought you'd ask me about the pornographic playing cards.
Oh, I've seen those cards.
That's not the point. I suppose when you were a kid, you and your parents passed them around, or you had a plan of your own,
Well, I guess we all of us did.
and you threw them away just before you got back.
Come on now, look here. I didn't need anything like that when I got older.
No.
I'd rather not talk about these things.
So, no. Besides, I was trying to run your poster about some sexual life and hard times. What I wanted to get at is the value difference between pornographic playing cards when you're a kid and pornographic playing cards when you're older. It's just that when you're a kid, you use the cards as a substitute for the real experience. And when you're older, you use real experience as a substitute for the fantasy. But I imagine you would rather hear about what happened at the zoo.
Oh yes, the zoo. That is, if you...
Let me tell you about the wild. Well, let me tell you something. I told you about the fourth floor of the rooming house where I live. I think the rooms are better as you go down floor by floor. I guess they are, I don't know. I really don't know any of the people living on the third and second floors. Oh wait, I do know that there's a lady living on the third floor, in the front. I know that because she cries all the time. Whenever I go out or come back in, whenever I pass the door, I always hear her crying. Muffled, but very determined. Very determined indeed. But what I'm getting to and all about the door is the landlady. I don't like to use words that are too harsh in describing people. I don't like to. But the landlady is a fat, ugly, mean, stupid, unwashed, misanthropic, cheap, drunken bag of garbage. And you have noticed that I very seldom use profanity. So, I can't describe her as well as I might.
You describe her vividly.
Well, thanks. Anyway, she has a dog. I'll tell you about the dog. And she and the dog are the gatekeepers of my dwelling. The woman is bad enough. She leaves around in the entrance hall, spying to see that I don't bring in things or people. And when she's had a mid-afternoon pint of lemon-flavored gin, she always stops me in the hall and grabs hold of my coat or my arm and presses her disgusting body up against me to keep me in a corner so that she can talk to me. The smell of her body and her breath, you can't imagine it. And somewhere in the back of the pea-sized brain of hers, an organ developed just enough to let her eat, drink, and emit. She has some foul parody of sexual desire, and I hate her. I am the object of sweaty lust.
That's disgusting. That's horrible.
But I found a way to keep her off. When she talks to me, when she whispers into my body, and mumbles about the room and how I should come there, I merely say, "But love, wasn't yesterday enough for you? And the day before?" Then she puzzles. She makes slits of tiny eyes. She sways a little. And then, Peter, it's at this moment that I think I might be doing some good in the Common House. A simple-minded smile begins to form on an unthinkable face, and she giggles and groans as she thinks about yesterday and the day before, as she believes and relives what never happened. Then she worships the black monster of a dog she has, and she goes back to her room. And I am safe until our next meeting.
It's so unthinkable. I find it hard to believe that people such as that really are.
It's for reading about, isn't it?
Yes.
And fact is better than fiction. You're right, Peter. But what I've been meaning to tell you about is the dog. I shadowed her.
Oh yes. The dog.
Don't know. You're not thinking of going, right?
No, I don't think so.
Because after I tell you about the dog, do you know what then? Then I'll tell you about what happened at the zoo. You don't have to listen. Nobody is holding you here. Remember that. Keep that in your mind.
I know that.
You do? Good. Alright. The story of Jerry and the dog. Well, what I'm going to tell you now has something to do with how sometimes it's necessary to go a long distance out of the way to come back short distance right. Or maybe I might think there's something to do with it. But it's why I went to the zoo today. Or not. Not that you know, until I came. Alright. The dog I think I told you is a black monster of beast, an oversized head, tiny ears and eyes, bloodshot, infected maybe, and a body you can see the ribs through the skin. The dog is black, all black except for the bloodshot eyes. And yes, an open sore on its right forepaw. That's right too. And yes, the poor monster, I do believe it's an old dog. It's certainly a misused one. Almost always has an erection of sorts. That's right too. And what else? Oh yes, there's a grey, yellow, white color too, when he bears his fangs, like this, which is what he did when he saw me the first time, the day I moved. I worried about the animal the very first minute I met him. Now, animals don't take to me like St. Francis had birds hanging off him all the time. What I mean is, animals are indifferent to me, like people, most of the time. But this dog wasn't indifferent. From the very beginning, he would snarl and then go for me to get one of my legs. Not like he was rabid, you know. He was sort of a stumbly dog, but he often half-assed either. It is a good stumbly run, but I always got it. He got a piece of my trouser leg. Look, you can see right here where it's cemented. He got it the second day I lived there. But I kicked free and got to stay fast. So that's that. I still don't know to this day how the others managed it. But you know what I think? I think it had to be only me. Also. So, well, anyway, this went on for over a week. Wherever I came, but never where I went up. That's funny. Oh, it was funny. I could pack up and live in the street for all the dog cared. Well, I thought about it up in my room one day. One of the times after I bolted upstairs, I made up my mind. I decided, first, I'll kill the dog with kindness. And if that doesn't work, I'll just kill it. Don't react, Peter, just listen. So the next day, I went out and bought a bag of hamburgers, medium rare, no ketchup, no onion. On the way home, I threw away all the rolls and kept just the meat. When I got back to the rooming house, the dog was waiting for me. I half opened the door that led to the entrance hall, and there he was, waiting for me. It figured. I went in very cautiously. I had the hamburgers, remember? I opened the bag, and I set the meat down about 12 feet from where the dog was snarling at me. Like so. He snarled, stopped snarling, sniffed, moved slowly, then faster toward the meat. Good. When he got to it, he stopped. He looked at me. I smiled. But tentatively, you understand? He turned his face back to the hamburgers, he ate all the hamburgers almost all at once, making sounds in his throat like a woman. Then, when he finished the meat, the hamburger, and tried to eat the paper too, he sat down and smiled. I think he smiled. I know cats do. It was a very gratifying few moments. And then BAM! He snarled and made for me again. He didn't get me this time either. So I got upstairs and I lay on my bed and started to think about the dog again. To be truthful, I was offended. And I was damn mad too. It was 6 perfectly good hamburgers with not enough pork in them to make it disgusting. I was offended. But after a while, I decided to try it for a few more days. If you think about it, this dog had what amounted to an antipathy toward me, really. And I wondered if I might have overcome this antipathy. So I tried it for 5 more days, but it was always the same. Snarl, sniff, move, faster stare, bubble, ross, right down, down. Well, by this time, Columbus Avenue was strewn with hamburger rolls, and I was less offended than disgusted. So, I decided to kill the dog. Don't be so alarmed, I didn't succeed. The day I tried to kill the dog, I bought only 1 hamburger. And what I thought was a murderous solution of rat poison. When I got the hamburger, I asked the man not to bother with the roll. All I wanted was meat. I expected some reaction from him like, "We don't sell no hamburgers without rolls." Or, "What do you want to do? Eat it off your hands?" But no. He smiled benignly, wrapped up the hamburger in waxed paper, and said, "A bite for your pussycat?" I wanted to say, "No, not really. It's part of the plan to poison a dog I know." But you can't say a dog I know without sounding funny. So I said a little too loud, I'm afraid, and too formally. "Yes, a bite for my pussycat." People looked at me. It always happens when I try to simplify things. People look up. But that's neither here nor thither. So, on my way back to the rooming house, I needed a hamburger and a rat poison to get them between my hands. At that point, feeling as much sadness as disgust. I opened the door to the entrance hall, and there the monster was, waiting to take the offering and then jump me. Poor bastard. He never learned that the moment he took the smile before he went for me gave me time enough to get out of range. But there he was, waiting, malevolence with an erection. I put the poison to Patty down and moved towards the stairs and watched. The poor animal gobbled up the food as usual and smiled, which made me almost sick. And then bam! But I sprinted up the stairs as usual, and the dog didn't get me as usual. And it came to pass that the beast was deathly ill. I knew this because he no longer attended me, and because the landlady saw her. She stopped me in the hall the same evening of the attempted murder and confided the information that God had struck a puppy dog with surely fatal blow. She had forgotten to build the dust, and her eyes were wide open for the first time. They looked like a dog's eyes. She sniveled and implored me to pray for the animal. I wanted to say to her, "Madam, I have myself to pray for, the colored queen, the Puerto Rican family, the person in the front room who I never seen, the woman who cries deliberately behind a closed door, and the rest of the people in all rooming houses everywhere. Besides, madam, I don't understand how to pray." But to simplify things, I told her I would pray. She looked at me. She said that I was a liar and that I probably wanted the dog to die. I told her, and there was so much truth here, that I didn't want the dog to die. I didn't. Not just because I poisoned him. I'm afraid I must tell you that I wanted the dog to live so that I could see what our new relationship will come to. Please understand, Peter, that sort of thing is important. You must believe me. It is important. We have to know the effect of our actions. Well, anyway, the dog recovered. I have no idea why, unless he was a descendant of the puppy that guarded the gates of hell or some such resort. I'm not up on my mythology. Are you? At any rate, and in Mr. $8,000 question, Peter, at any rate, the dog recovered his health and the landlady recovered her thirst, in no way altered by the power of his deliverance. When I came home from a movie that was playing on 42nd Street, a movie I had seen on one that was very much like one of several I had seen, after the landlady told me that Publicans was better, I was so hoping for the dog to be waiting for me. I was, how do you put it? Enticed? Fascinated? No, I don't think so. Heart-shatteringly anxious. That's it! I was heart-shatteringly anxious to confront my friend again. Yes, Peter, friend. That's the only word for it. I was heart-shatteringly anxious to confront my doggy friend again. I came in the door and advanced, unafraid, to the center of the entrance hall. The beast was there, looking at me. And he looked back for a straight without. Never mind. I stopped. I looked at him. He looked at me. I think we stayed a long time away, still, stone statue, just looking at one another. I looked more into his face. I can concentrate longer at looking into a dog's face than a dog can concentrate at looking into mine or into anybody else's face for that matter. But during the 20 seconds or 2 hours that we looked into his face, we made contact. Now, here's what I wanted to happen. I love the dog now, and I wanted him to love me. I tried to kill and I tried to love, but both have been unsuccessful by themselves. I hoped, and I don't really know why I expected the dog to understand anything, much less my motives. I hope that the dog would understand. It's just that if you can't deal with people, you have to make a start somewhere. With animals, don't you see? A person has to have some way of dealing with something. If not with people, something. With a bag, with a cockroach, with a mirror. No, that's too hard. That's one of the last steps. With a cockroach, with a carpet, with a roll of toilet paper. No, not that either. That's a mirror too. Always checkmating. You see how hard it is to find things with a straight corner, with too many lights, all colors reflecting on uneven streets, with a wisp of smoke, with pornographic playing cards, with a strong box without a lock, with vomiting, with crying, with fury, because the pregnant ladies are unpregnant ladies, with begging money into your body, which is an act of love, and I will do it, with howling because you're alive, with God. How about that? With God, who's a colored queen who wears a kimono and puts his eyebrows, who's a woman who cries for determination behind a closed door, with God, who I'm told turned his back on the whole thing some time ago, but someday, people with an idea, a concept, and wherever better, in this humiliating excuse for a day, where better to make a beginning, to understand and just possibly be understood, a beginning of an understanding that the dog, just like a dog. A dog. It seems like a perfectly sensible life. Man's the dog's best friend, remember? So the dog and I lived at each other. I, along with the dog. And what I saw then has been the same ever since. Whenever the dog and I see each other, we both stop where we are. We regard each other with a mixture of sadness and suspicion. Then we feign indifference. We walk past each other safely. We have an understanding. It's very sad, but you have to admit that it is an understanding. We have made many attempts at contact and we have failed. The dog is returned to garbage, and I solitary my free passage. I mean to say, I've gained solitary free passage. If that much further loss can be said to be a gain. And I've learned that neither kindness nor cruelty, by themselves, creates any effect beyond themselves. And I've learned that the two combined together at the same time are teaching emotion. And what is gained is lost. And what is being the result? The dog and I have taken a compromise. More of a bargain, really. We neither love nor hurt because we do not try to meet each other. And was trying to feed the dog an act of love? And perhaps was the dog's attempt to bite me not an act of love? If you can so misunderstand, well then, why have I even the word love in the first place? The story of Jerry and Dog, the end. Well, Peter, do you think I could sell that story to the Reader's Digest and make a couple of $100 for the most unforgettable character I ever met? Huh? Come on, Peter, tell me, what do you think?
I don't understand what. I don't think Why did you tell me all of this?
Why not?
I don't understand.
That's a lie.
No, it's not.
I tried to explain it to you as I went along. I went slowly. It all has to do with
I don't want to hear anymore. I don't understand you or your landlady or her dog.
her dog. I thought it was mine. No, right. It's her dog. I don't know what I was thinking about. Of course, you don't understand. I don't live in a block, and I'm not married to two parakeets or one of your servants. I'm a permanent transient, and my home is a sickening rooming house in the west side of New York City, which is the greatest city in the world. Amen.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Forget it. I suppose you don't quite know what to make of me, huh?
We get all kinds of publicity.
You're a funny man, but you're a richly comic person.
No, not really.
Peter, do I annoy you or confuse you?
Well, I must confess that this wasn't the kind of afternoon I anticipated.
You mean I'm not the gentleman you were expecting?
I wasn't expecting anyone.
No, I don't imagine you were, but I'm here. And I'm not leaving.
Well, you may not be, but I must be getting home soon.
Oh, come on, stay a while longer.
I really should get home, you see.
Oh, come on. Hey, don't do that. No. Hey, don't do that.
No. After all, I must go home, you see. After all, the parakeets will be getting the dinner ready soon. And the cats are setting the table. And we are having
Peter.
What?
Listen now.
What is it today?
Peter, do you want to know what happened to the zoo?
The what? Oh yes, the zoo. Well, I had my own zoo there for a moment. What were the parakeets getting the dinner ready? And what were it was to...
Yes, that was very funny, Peter. I would have expected it. But do you want to hear about what happened at the zoo or not?
Yes. By all means, tell me what happened at the zoo. Oh my.
Now, I'll let you know what happened at the zoo. But first, I should tell you why I went to the zoo. I went to the zoo to find out more about the way people exist with animals, and the way animals exist with each other, and with people too. It probably wasn't a fair test, what with everyone separated by bars from everyone else. The animals for most part from each other, and always the people from the animals. But if it's a zoo, that's the way it is.
No, I'm sorry, I was doing it wrong.
All the animals are there, and all the people are there. And it's Sunday, and all the children are there.
No,
and it's a hot day, so all the stench is there, and all the balloon sellers, and all the ice cream sellers, and all the seeds are barking, and all the birds are screaming.
No, look here, you have more than enough. No.
And I'm there, and it's feeding time at the lion's house. The lion keeper comes to the lion cage, one of the lion cages, to feed one of the lions.
No, I can't move anymore. And stop pushing me. What's the matter with you?
Do you want to hear the story?
I'm not so sure. I certainly don't want to be punched in the arm.
Like that?
Stop that! What's the matter with you?
I'm crazy, bastard.
That isn't funny.
Listen to me, Peter. I want to stench. You go sit on the bench over there. And if you're good, I will tell you the rest of the story.
But what about for? What's the matter with you? Besides, I don't see any reason why I should be on this bench. I sit on this bench almost every Sunday afternoon. In good weather. It's secluded here. There's never anyone sitting here, so I have to talk to myself.
Get off this bench, Peter. I want it.
No!
I said I want this bench, and I'm going to have it now. Get over there.
People can't have everything they want. You should know that. It's a rule. People can have some of the things they want, but they can't have everything.
Indecisive. You're slow with it.
Stop that!
You're ready to go right on the ground.
Now, you listen to me. I'll put up with you all afternoon.
Not really.
Long enough. I'll put up with you long enough. I'm not giving up this bench. You can't have it. And that's that. Now go away. Go away, I said. If you don't move on, you're a bum. That's what you are. If you don't move on, I'll call a policeman here and make you go. I warn you, I'll call a policeman.
You won't find a policeman around here. They're all on the west side of the park, chasing fairies down from trees or out of the bushes.
That's all they do. That's their function.
So scream your head off. It won't do you any good.
Police! I warn you, I'll have you arrested. Police! I said, police! I feel ridiculous.
You look ridiculous. A grown man screaming for the police on a bright sunny afternoon in a park with no one harming him. If a policeman did fill his quota and come trudging over this way, he would probably take you in as a nut.
Dear God, I just came here to read, and now you want me to give up the bench? You're mad.
Hey, I got news for you, as they say. I'm on your precious bench, and you're never going to have it for yourself again.
Listen, you, get away from my bench. I don't care if it makes any sense or not. I want this bench to myself. I want you off it.
What? You have everything in the world you want. You told me about your home, your family, and your own little zoo. You have everything, and now you want this bench? Are these the things men fight for? Tell me, Peter, this bench, this iron, this wood, is this your own? Is this the thing in the world you would fight for? Can you think of anything more absurd?
Absurd? Look, I'm not going to talk to you about honor, or even try to explain it to you. Besides, it isn't a question of honor. But even if it were, you wouldn't understand.
You don't even know what you're saying, do you? This is probably the first time in your life you had anything more trying to face than changing your cat's toilet box. Stupid. Don't you have any idea, not even the slightest, what other people need?
Oh boy, listen to you. Well, you don't need this bench, that's for sure.
Yes. Yes, I do.
I've come here for years. I have hours of great pleasure, great satisfaction right here. And that's important to a man. I'm a responsible person. And I'm a grown-up. This is my bench and you have no right to take it away from me.
Fight for it then. Defend yourself. Defend your bench.
You push me. Get out and fight.
Like a man.
Yes, like a man. If you insist on locking me even further.
I'll have to give you credit for one thing.
You are a rich and a slightly
Nearsighted one.
I think that's enough.
But you know, as they say on TV all the time, you know, I mean this, Peter. You have a certain dignity. It's so right.
Stop!
Very well, Peter. We will battle for the bench. But we are not evenly matched.
You're mad. You stop living with me. You're going to kill me. give you one last chance. Get out of here and leave me alone.
So be it.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you very much. Oh, Peter. I was so afraid that I would drive you away. You don't know how afraid I was that you would go away and leave me. Now I'll tell you what happened to the zoo. I think this is what happened to the zoo. I think while I was in the zoo, I decided that I would walk northerly rather, until I found you or somebody, and I decided that I would talk to you, that I would tell you things, and the things that I would tell you would, well, here we are, you see, here we are. But I don't know, could I have planned all this? No, I couldn't have, but I think I did. Now we know all about what you want to know, haven't you? Now we know what happened at the zoo. Now we know what you see on your TV. The face I told you about, remember? The face I told you about. My face. The face you see right now. Thank you, Peter. I came unto you and you comforted me. Dear Peter. You better go now. Somebody might come by and you don't want to hear when anyone comes. You won't be coming back here anymore, Peter. You've been dispossessed. You've lost your bench, but you've defended your honor. I'll tell you something now. You're not really a vegetarian. It's alright. You're an animal too. But you better hurry. You better go over here. See? Hurry away, Peter. Wait, Peter. Take a book right here beside me. On your bench. On my bench, rather. Come, take a book. Very good, Peter. Very good. Your parents are making the dinner. The cats are setting the table. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Peter. I was so afraid that I would drive you away. You don't know how afraid I was that you would go away and leave me. Now I'll tell you about what happened at the zoo. I think this is what happened at the zoo. I think while I was at the zoo, I decided that I would walk northerly rather, until I found you or somebody, and I decided that I would talk to you, and I would tell you things, and the things that I would tell you would, here we are, you see, here we are. But I don't know, could I have planned all this? No, I couldn't have. But I think I did. Now I told you what you wanted to know at the time. Now you know all about what happened at the zoo. Now you know what you see on your TV. The face I told you about, remember? The face I told you about. My face. Face you see right now. Thank you, Peter. I came up to you and you comforted me. Dear Peter.
Oh my God.
You better go now. Somebody might come by and you don't want to be here when anyone comes. You won't be coming back here anymore, Peter. You've been dispossessed. You've lost your pennies, but you've defended your honor. I'll tell you something now. You're not really a victim. It's alright. You're an animal. You're an animal too. But you better hurry now. You better go. Hurry away, Peter. See? You better hurry. Wait, Peter. Your book. Take your book. Right here beside me. On your bench. My bench, rather. Come. Take your book. Very good, Peter. Very good. Hurry away. Your parakeets are making the dinner. The cats are setting the table.
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Okay, come Kamal. Okay, now folks, now that you're acting one of the most brilliant productions of theatre Alakan, what do you have to say about the lighting arrangement and the fact that you have come on TV? Yeah, yes sir. Yeah, okay. You're rehearsing your lights. You're opening your flight, okay, no problem. And you, sir, the owner of this wonderful, magnificent camera that gets nothing. Yeah, let's do it, baby.